Hello, good people. VOD viewers, friends of the stream. Hi Victoria, how's it going? Welcome on a Thursday. I haven't done a Thursday stream in a while. How am I? I'm good, thanks. I'm trying to figure out if the I had a good day, but that's because I haven't done much work because I figured if I streamed later, I should like have a take it a little easier earlier on. If I'm going to be working on stream. And then I was like folding clothes, thinking I could get used to this, but now I'm like, oh, I gotta do some work. So I don't know, just sort of kicking the can down the road. But we'll see how it goes. Got to try these things, eh? Got to see what sticks. Hey, howdy! Thanks for joining in. Good evening. I was trying to do all the calculations in my head with time zones. Over the pond is going to be like afternoon, right? New York. Time now. Yeah, there you go. So if anyone is in New York enjoying a sandwich, let me know. Tell me what you're eating. What did you guys have for lunch? I had a Ginsters. Does anyone know what a Ginsters is that isn't English? I wonder if it's travelled. I shouldn't have had a Ginsters, but Rachel bought me one quite kindly because she thought I wouldn't have anything to eat today, which was semi-true. It's a bit like a fajita, but if it was like puff pastry and really peppery potatoes, an onion, and if you imagine what brown tastes like, it's a pasty basically. If you've ever, I think pasties are more, but they're the pasty you'd buy in a supermarket. As opposed to going out getting a fresh pasty, which I think you only really do at train stations or something like that. It's when you might treat yourself. But proud to be English because we make brown taste good. No seasoning, just brown. We've a remarkable ability at shortening everything, rubbing all kinds of fats into anything, and then taking that and then wrapping it around anything. You name it. So I haven't done this in a while, but I'm going to be I don't know. Well, we'll see how it goes. If this is really boring, let me know, because I've got things I could be drawing. But this is slightly more pertinent. So we've got a little scenario here. So this is going to inject these well, I've called them props. So that when I load in, it should work. Then we get Sentries, we get Augustus. But let me close. But yeah, just have to make it look pretty. Yeah, I haven't done this in years, really. Doing like a proper, getting my Bracken out. You know. Thinking, where could Bracken go? But I need to think about it a little bit because I'm going to need a zone, a couple different zones, a largest zone where you might put a tent, and then maybe a little nook where, all spoilers aside, special visitor is going to appear. I've got to remind myself. If I do Y-sort enabled and then pop this Bracken. It's giving Age of Empires vibes. Did you ever use the map editor on those? It's definitely that kind of thing. But this is all my own. I had to build the map editor myself. Essentially. I definitely did. I did a couple. I was probably a little too. I don't know. Well, it was Age of Mythology I always played, not Age of Empires, but same difference. So maybe it was Spore Galactic Adventures that really gave me the taste for. There we go. So with Y-sort, if the Bracken's there, it'll go above and behind. But yeah, I just need to do a little starting zone, I think. Or, for the player in Augustus. I think it would be cool too to kind of suggest through dirt patches and things where you might want to go. Oh no, none of it's loading in. I think because I changed the parenting, this should work now. Let's get the music going. Bye bye birds. Oh, and sorry, I was watching some of my streams back and just checking the levels, and I think I misunderstood how loud things should be. So I think I've generally been about 5 decibels too loud. So apologies if that was ever off-putting or something. Maybe it wasn't noticeable at all. So now I'm capped at a smooth, no idea actually, but lower. So hopefully it sounds silky smooth. Your volume has always been good on this end? Fantastic. I feel passionate about volume. It's one of these things that just gets me really animated. Never noticed it, otherwise would have mentioned it. I suppose it's when you kind of go between things. I do find streams tend to be quieter. Like sometimes you're listening to absolutely slamming tracks, and then the stream isn't quite as loud. I'm trying to remember all the things. I've got various dirt patches. I know there's paths I've made. Like this one. I'm wondering if there's ever, if I go acre 33, say. Here we go, dirt. So instead of dirt patch, I want just dirt. I went to a Godot meetup, I guess, yesterday evening. Someone invited me and then they didn't show up, but that's okay. And it made me feel confident in my Godot shenanigans. I've always felt a little bit like imposter syndrome-y. It's not that the talks were like bad or anything, but clearly it was aimed at like people just getting into the engine, sort of an intermediate, not completely beginner, and it was all stuff I was quite comfortable with. So I'd love the idea of sort of taking Godot into schools and like teaching. Like I feel like if I was a kid, have I said this on stream before? I can't remember, but if I was like older than that, 13 years old, and someone said, I'm going to show you how to make a game, I would have been over the moon. But I don't know how much I don't know what the path of that is, because when I was a kid at school, like there were all kinds of like people coming in and like doing after school kind of, stuff you could sign up for. I'm guessing it wouldn't pay very well. That's kind of besides the point. I can already see myself losing track of this. So what does it do at the moment? It takes return injection node parent. And then it takes something to figure out later, maybe. Let's have a look. We've got dirt A. Have a look at dirt B. Slightly smaller than dirt A. But maybe for a smaller space. A little bit more, a little bit sharper, a little snappier, dirt B. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's check out dirt C. Much smaller. So really dirt A is going to be your bread and butter dirt. This one here. If we wanted to create a large area. Dirt A is your guy. We can flip them. We can rotate them. Love dirt. When was the last time you ate dirt? I don't even remember. When I was a kid, I don't remember eating dirt. I feel like it's this universal experience, but I don't remember scooping up dirt and then like eating it. Maybe I was just too young. But you got to try, right? Is there anything wrong with dirt? Everything we eat was dirt. Kids around that age are eager to learn. If they're interested, of course, it could be a very fulfilling experience. They're full of crazy ideas. I think a lot of it would be tempering expectations. Like, it'd be like, you know, just make like a little character run around and, I don't know, shoot things, whatever young lads want to make. But I could see a lot of them being like, you know, it's got to be Skyrim with Pokemon or something. And I'd be like, no, this is going to be we're not making your magnum opus. We're making, you know, something to work your way up to that. I have a friend who dabbled in sand. Eee. I just always think of like going to the beach as a kid. I always had a thing with sand as a kid. I really disliked sand. I think, and I still kind of do actually. I did a thing not recently, years ago, 2018 maybe, like a holiday that involved sand. You know, we've all been there. And, yeah, and it just gets everywhere. Like day 3, you're just like, I'm just tired of sand. Very much over sand. So, but yeah, the idea, sand in mouth. Don't recommend. Never ate dirt, not willingly. Might have fallen face first. I think we eat a lot of dirt through mushrooms. Do you ever get the mushrooms in the bag? And but then I read somewhere, or someone told me, that because they're like grown in a lab, essentially, they're grown indoors in I don't know about sterile environments, but controlled environments. And so that dirt is like, you know, grade A dirt. It's like man-made dirt for mushrooms. We're not foraging them outside, so probably okay to eat. Shouldn't have any creepy crawlies. So the theory goes. Dirt Premium. You have to subscribe. It's $5.99 a month. Dirt Plus. Any garden path? Garden path? Garden. Go Farth. Garden path stands. Got any favourite rocks? I could go through the rocks. I'm thinking each one is gonna appear somewhere. These two guys I've always quite liked. Oh, with moss. No. I can't get ahead of myself. We got old flat top B. If there's any fans of Rock Dark Flat Top B. We've got... Oh man, these have always been misspelt as Rock Darf. Oh well, it's never broken anything. We've got Rock Dark Flat Top A. Similar to B, but different enough. Is Rock Dark Double? Rock Dark Double we've done. I'm panicking now. I'm sure there's more. Right. Oh, we've got Small. Small's a funny one. Funny fact about Rock Dark Small is that it's not very small. I think maybe there was a time in history where there were bigger rocks. And it was comparatively small. But has since over time got quite a bit larger. And everything is relative in this world. We got Rock Dark Tool, which is one of my favorite rocks. One of the first rocks. I think this is the thing. I think I did this one first, and then I did this one, and this is a smaller. You know, you can see this one quite a bit larger than rock dark small. Um, really quite a large rock is rock dark tall. I think they're all dark as well. I don't think I've ever done. I don't think I've done a non-dark, but I wanted to define them by their color. And then we got the tinies. These guys, good in a pinch. Tiny B. Tiny B's a bit bigger than Tiny A. Oh, I feel like we're missing someone. Maybe not double flat top. Is that the full cast? Flat top double. How could I forget this wily crew? Similar to double, but with the flat tops. Okay, I think that's everyone. So I'm sure they'll all be featuring in some capacity. And then we do have the static rocks, which are Howdy's favourite because they keep spawning in strange places where they shouldn't be. These have less descriptive names, so I'll spare you. You don't like them. The thing about not liking rocks is they'll never know. They're just rocks. And no matter how much you dislike a rock, it'll always remain a rock. He's a very small rock. Did we do F? We got F, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's the lot. That's the full cast. I can't remember what we called them in the Discord. Of strange rocks. I am autistic. Not liking rocks is against my values. Yeah, here we are. You know, we all have regrets, so I wouldn't worry about it. We all lash out at times, but it doesn't mean that's who we are. This is such an exciting stream. I get to show you all of my favourite. Now we get to do hill portions. I don't know if you guys are ready for hill portions. Hill portion A. These might actually be more boring. Hill portion B. C. C's a funny one. I'm not sure if you use C. It's more of a connector, I suppose. D is just a little guy, just hanging out. E tapers off a little bit. I used to know all of these like off by heart. I'd be like, oh, that needs a static hill portion E. Got to drop that in right there. F is the big guns. G keeps things fresh. Was that I just dragged in or H? H. It's on the horizontal. That's how you remember it. I curves around. J. There's a lot of these. Forgot how many. Idea being because the Garden Path is a 2D game. Oh, and then we've got K is just a variation of H. But yeah, with these, you can create sort of the illusion of different heights. These should all appear below. You can tell I haven't worked on these in ages because the visibility notifier is layering up. I would have removed those. Okay. Here they all are. Thank you, Glenn. Although I've cut myself off from them, I think. I want it roughly so that when I go over... do the... oops. When I go over and do the tent, I'm thinking maybe it should be a little bit of a jaunt. I need to remove... got the new tent as well. Let's try it again. Give player 1 portal tent ranges. Ah, there we go. Okay. I think it still has the same interior, yeah. But that's okay. Some funny collisions, but something to iron out. Hey, Mutant Squirrel, how's it going? Welcome in. What time is it for you? It must be late. I think. Okay, that was placeable then. Oh, so some of these dirt didn't appear. That's strange. 2:30. Does anyone know that book? I was reading that book, Why We Sleep. Is it called Why We Sleep? Yeah. Not sure I would recommend it, actually. Basically, imagine everything good about existing. And then imagine someone telling you that sleep makes it better. That's the whole book. I don't ever sleep because sleep is the cousin of death. I've gone blank on the lyrics. Something words on my breath. I can't remember. Oh no, I should know. Not sure why those weren't spawning in, but I do want the... We should do a... At least you knew what it was from. I would never forget. I wrote a dissertation on Illmatic. It's loading. It's like the whitest thing to do in the world, isn't it? It's write a dissertation on Illmatic. I think it drops deep as it does in my breath. I never sleep, because sleep is the cousin of death. Might have actually been you that put me onto that, actually. Oh, really? The album? I feel like I would never take credit for that. Like, if it was some weird underground hip-hop thing, then I'd be like, hell yeah. But Illmatic is probably like the easiest thing to put someone onto. And if it wasn't me, it would have been someone else. Oh, I think I know why. Oh, it's annoying. Visible on-screen notifier 2Ds need to be visible in order to function. I'm a very, very white man. Who's whiter, me or K Mutant Squirrel? They should appear now. There we go. So I'm thinking there's going to be a little jaunt, a little bit of a jaunt down here. Maybe. I don't want it too far away. Maybe even just here, I think. Like here. Just move everything else down. The battle nobody asked for. I'm asking. I think I want to corner off. Have this be a sort of a walled off zone. It's got to be hard for you recently, right? With Drake so clearly winning against Kendrick. Hey, listen, I love Kendrick. But I've got no. Well, I think there's probably valid things you could say about Drake. Hey man, Take Care is a great album. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna put it out there. I love Take Care. But I think with Drake, just like, he was a child actor, wasn't he? I just think, like, he's never really been. I think he's laughing all the way to the bank. I could be wrong. Like, I think he's just having a great time. I think this all plays into his hand. Like, I think I don't think he wasn't like born and bred hip hop. I don't think. I think he just understands the industry. He in no way should have ever gotten into a rap beef with Kendrick, but maybe just, I don't know, maybe it keeps things spicy. This isn't the stream for maybe it just got more white. Do you think me covering the Kendrick Drake beef, that could be the whitest thing actually? Maybe I've done it. Maybe we figured it out. Why pick sides? Why pick sides? The beef's just too big, I think. I think we need to tone it down with, like, you know, really low stakes. I need like a low stakes beef in my life. Then I'll take a side. Oh no, have I had the browser up the whole time? I'm so sorry. Uh, Thank you. What have I been doing? I moved this down here. Was it particularly interesting? What have we got? We got Memorable Snail. Still recommend that movie. Go and watch it. Switch to and the we were talking about how much lead was in Lindt chocolate. Good times, good times. Well, there you go. It's all a reminder. Low stakes beef. That was last stream, right? Could have been a few ago now. I'm not sure. I really like in the tutorial zone. I just want to remind myself how I did this. Yeah, you get this sense of kind of sort of coming down a hill. So I just want to recreate that a little bit, I think. I feel like it'd be cool if I could like draw it in my mind. Last time you were here, it could have been. But that was I didn't stream much. It's been a couple of weeks since I streamed, apart from a Tuesday, so I think that probably was 2 streams ago. Ooh. I can resize these as well. I don't like this line here. If I can cover that up somehow, that would be good. That's too obvious. I need my friends. Here they are. It's not too bad, actually. I wonder if that's navigable. Let's have a look. This is hopefully the last stream in this room, which I'm looking forward to. I'll finally get back into my office, I think. Hopefully going to paint it this weekend. So maybe not as dark, and I won't have the blinding light behind me. Although I did enjoy the halo look. But it's my job on Saturday, while Rachel's working, to paint the ceiling. Which, I've never painted a ceiling before. I'm hoping it's going to be... I think as long as you don't use too much paint, that's what I'm gunning on, that if you don't use too much paint, it's going to be like painting anything else, but as soon as you use too much paint, it's sort of dripping all over you. Not sure. Make sure to put some newspaper or plastic down on the floor. Fortunately, it's wooden flooring that I've painted white in like a hardened varnish. So if anything does fall on, and I'm painting the ceiling white, so I'm not too worried about the floor. So again, it's easy mode. It's easy mode. I've picked what's easy mode always called nowadays? It's called story mode. I've picked story mode. Story and sword. Story and roller. Story and paint roller. The story will be whatever drama Radio 4 is playing. And that my hands are too covered in paint to change over from. Which, I remember painting the bathroom and they had this like, man, I don't know, what's like Tom Hardy, has he got like a, oh no, not him, Thomas Hardy? Oh, it could have been this. The Poor Man and the Lady. First novel, manuscript rejected, novella. Oh, maybe not. Oh, the manuscript no longer exists. Okay, so I'm guessing it's not that. But it was something, God, it was, it was unbearable. It was just like, you know, someone who was too poor to marry into some family and them being really concerned about what the village was saying. Ad infinitum. Sort of, what would the vicar think? Over and over again. How high up do I want to make this? I swear this always happens with Radio 4. I always tune in and it's always some cool show. They'll be like, and that was how the brain can time travel through murmurations of starlings. And I'd be like, oh, I missed that. That was cool. And they go, and now the Archers. Just as my hands are covered in fairy washing up liquid. Which, for anyone who doesn't know, The Archers is the longest running soap opera in the UK. Maybe even ever. I'm not sure. But it's on the radio. The Archers. British soap opera started in 1951. Famously billed as an everyday story of country folk. I've never listened that intently. I know some people love it. This is the thing. Some people really love it. I swear there's always two stories going on. There's one that is like, there's something like TikTok, like what someone in the village is figuring out what like TikTok is, or Skibbity Toilet, or you know, something like the kids are talking about, because inevitably people who are listening to The Archers have also heard about Skibbity Toilet, and they can confide in The Archers to sort of enjoy their joint confusion. And the other plot is someone sleeping with the au pair. So it's those, it seems to just be those, like some version of those two things. So I could be wrong. I'm sure it's much more sophisticated than that. But yeah, it just seems to be on every single hour. I don't know, it's really hard to avoid. Like, there's no, like, if there was like a time that I could avoid it, like, oh, 7 p.m. is the maybe it is actually, is 7 p.m. the Archers? Radio 4 schedule. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. There we go. Oh, 7 p.m. the Archers. Maybe just 7 p.m. is like prime time. 2 p.m. the Archers. 7 p.m. the Archers again. So I guess it's every 2 and every 7. To be fair, I watched some Skibidi Toilet Ants, so I'm not clear what the heck's going on with that. It's Skibidi freaking Toilet, dude. It's just something you just let flow through you, you know? What else is like bemusing? What else bemuses? Skibidi Toilet, TikTok. I think I'm pretty free from bemusement at the moment. I feel pretty on top of everything. It's the first time I watched something online and thought, I don't know if I've ever, because there was always crazy stuff growing. Like old Flash animations would be pretty crazy. You know, these things come generationally. There's definitely some music. What do they call it? Daria Core, which to be fair I've gotten into recently. When I first heard it, I thought there's just too much going on here for my poor almost 30-year-old brain. But I started to I unpacked it. I think it's like, it's that TV show, right? Daria. I don't know why it's Daria Core. Yeah, but it's Jane Remover, who I'm a big fan of. Who goes by a million different names, but Leroy. I recommend, they just put out, yeah, Ghost Holing. This is a good album. Just sort of cool, shoegazy indie rock, but they usually do kind of sort of bleepy bloopy electronic stuff. And then Daria Core is just like every single noise. What did they used to call it? Like you'd get like I'm blue, dab and dee dab and die, and then you'd like speed it up 25%. Or like what's that song with the what's the song? Caramel Dancin'. Is it Nightcore? It's just Nightcore, really. Again, you know, everything comes in cycles. Every generation realizes they can speed something up, and it sounds cool. No, I think Jane Remover. I firmly believe Jane Remover is one of the most exciting young artists working at the moment. I'm afraid I mainly listen to weird Japanese psychedelic party music now. Psychedelic, like 70s kind of psychedelic, like neo psychedelia. I can't imagine what like party psychedelia sounds like. Kinda updated. You're stuck on a genre from the 60s, man. I'm friends with people in a band called Super Jet Kinoko. Are you friends enough with them that it wouldn't get me demonetized if I if I played some of it very briefly? It doesn't work like that, does it? It's more of an automated thing. Which means superjet mushrooms. Oh, okay. I think it was the super jet part that I didn't understand. Hi, Young Crumpet. Oh, and thanks for the follow. I got a notification. I appreciate the follow. I'm sorry we didn't get. Is there a button I can press that makes the animation happen? I think there is somewhere. But welcome in. I'm glad you enjoy the vibes. I'm nothing but vibes. I'm nothing if not my vibes. I'm nothing. I would be nothing if not for my vibes. Something like that. I can't find the button. Streaming tools. No. I'm getting worse and worse at using modern websites. It's like it's all skibbity toilet websites now. That's what I call them. I think I'm going too heavy with the hills. Let's just have a go. Let's have a look. I'm running up that road. I'm running up that hill. I think I want this zone a little bit. Just a little bit further away. Maybe up here. Just a little bit more travel. So if I grab these. Oh. Although the band you might like more than that bass player from the band started as a guitarist from Kikugaku Moyo. I started so confidently and I failed at the last hurdle. They've got a really chill vibe. There's definitely a... What's the band? There's a band called like Lamp. Yeah. I'm like super not into... I don't... I don't know what it is, but there's this kind of rise in sort of almost like easy listening music that I think is doing really well on TikTok at the moment. And I'm usually pretty vibey. I'm usually like into vibe forward stuff. Maybe it's like vibey pop doesn't do it for me. Maybe it's got to be vibey something else. I'm not sure. Not to say that I'm gonna give it another go. Kikagaku Moyo. Hey. Still psychedelic, it's just less party music. I see. I wish I had something... Oh, would it just be a case of dropping... it's not quite the right shape. This is okay, maybe, though. You go up this way, and then up here. Can I get away with 2 of these, or is that too obvious? That might be too obvious. Oh. It's telling me I'm not connected, but I think last time this happened, I was okay. was buffering. Oh, okay. I wonder why. Is the pink collision? The pink's annoying because it's an optimization thing. So if the pink box comes into view, then the graphic will load in. But annoyingly, so what I could do actually is in the code, just like I could really easily just do I've gone blank. Yeah, anyway, but it doesn't work if I hide it. So usually with like collision, so like with this I can hide, like it's really ugly and distracting. And if I hide it, it doesn't make any difference. This is the collision, sorry. And then this is the visibility notifier, which actually this looks wrong. It should be more like that. I found you through Julie. Oh, I also Bonher. She was talking about how loved the Kingdom Come the Garden Path, about how she loved you and shouted her out. Yeah, I really appreciate the shout out. We even learnt how to shout out on the last stream. I'm picking out these things. It's funny people are still playing Kingdom Come. I think I spoke about it in the last stream though. I know because it was part of the Black Lives Matter pack, and so like I think it's like by far the most like owned, if you could call it that, game, just because so many people bought it through that pack, amongst maybe even thousands of other games. And I think people are still kind of working through that pack. At least that's usually why Kingdom Come pops up. Oh, I'm in the tutorial here. Don't want to edit that. Wait, so join me as I figure out how I'm doing this. So I could hide that, and then it goes, if self isn't visible, Q free, else super, the ready inherit static. So if we go static.gd, gives us this. It looks for the notifier. If it can find it, then here we go. Then we can do notifier.show. Boom, that should do it. There we go. Maybe. Well, I don't know. Hang on. If I just put this like somewhere really egregious, like there, okay, and then spawn in. Maybe I should learn something new about Twitch every day, every stream, something new. Until there's nothing left to learn. There we go, it's showing up. Whereas if I delete that line of code, just to prove... What's the scientific... control. The control. The experiment. Whoa! Oh no, that's not the thing at all. Oh, wait, no, it's the subscription. Oh, thanks so much, Kimmy and Scroll. I appreciate that. I was like, that's not the following thing. Oh, thank you. Oh, there we go, and the hill's not showing. Wow, subscriber number 2, I really appreciate it. I'm still not sure how that all works. I think, so now you don't get adverts, is that right? Oh, have I missed the ad break? Oh, ads are in progress now. I subscribe, but it still wants to finish. Oh, that's an ad. I was nattering away. No one could hear me because they were all watching adverts. Here we go, 15 seconds. Five seconds. We should be back. If you're back, let me know in chat. I don't know when the ads went. I think I was rattling on. I think I was nattering on for about 2 minutes without realizing. What was the last thing you guys heard me say? I'm really sorry. I really need like a bigger. I wonder if I could get it on my OBS. Can you do? I mean, it's something I need to look into in my own time. Sorry about that. I'm getting worse and worse. Oh, I'll hold off talking about anything too fascinating. Hello, hello. What was the last thing you heard me say? And I'll recap. I can't remember what I was talking about, to be fair. Good question. That's okay. I'm sure it wasn't too pertinent. Yeah, I wonder if I can get a big... Very good question. I wonder if I can get like a big thing that's telling me. But yeah, no, thanks for subscribing, K-Mutant Squirrel. I had this big reaction. It was huge. I was dabbing left and right. I got up and I did a little dance. I did the robot. I totally didn't just think you'd followed me and then got confused because I thought you'd already followed me. That's not what happened. But no, thank you, my second subscriber. How about it? How does it feel to be part of history? It's an honor. What's the most parasocial thing I could say right now? Oh, what's the No, you're being parasocial. Sorry, I'm just joking. But what am I being if I'm like exploiting parasociality or something, right? What's the most exploitative parasocial thing I could say? Welcome to the You are now part of an exciting exclusive group. Why not upgrade your... Yeah. You now have the privilege to learn how you could give me even more money. You've unlocked a new way of giving me money. Exciting new opportunity to enter your credit card details. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to let me know your social security number. Okay, this is feeling pretty good now. I need to block off this section. And then we come up here, and there's the big reveal. Owe you more money than a sub for all the yogurts I stole. It was my parents' yogurt. I'm a big advocate of yogurt though. I think it might be the future. I was having some yogurt the other day, and I was like, this is creamy, slightly tangy. This could be it. Did I move this? Something used to be here. Wonder if I could get it a little more circular. That's not too bad, to be fair. Oh, I could totally grab this. It's never quite circular in the way you want it to be. But I've been drinking kefir recently. Well, buying kefir because I learnt that it's basically the same thing as buttermilk. And almost everything you bake with milk is probably better with buttermilk. And even though it's thicker, I think you can one-to-one it with hydration because like the thickening, like I don't think it's any more dense. I think it just is thicker due to the like it's natured by the culture or whatever. A bit like yogurt. Like I could be wrong, but I think like surely like 200 ml of milk makes. I suppose you strain yogurt, don't you? Whereas you don't strain kefir. I think. Anyway, kefir's good. In scones and flatbreads. Muffins. I could go on. I could go on. I've used this hill a few too many times. I feel like there's a hill I'm probably neglecting. Oh, ooh. It's just a little bit too... Oh, he works up here. He's pretty good here. Not a big thing out here. Yeah, I suppose... Yeah, I know dairy is a... not as touched on. Oh, hi, Julie. Thanks for the shout out. I see Crumpet has already said that. Walking the dogs. I think that's got to be a first. Getting fresh air. I feel like it's a bit of a contradiction, fresh air in this stream. Or maybe not with the garden path. It's got fresh air vibes. But thanks for joining in. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate the shout out. I really appreciate you playing Kingdom Car as well. What were you? Did you play, or were you introduced to Garden Path before Kingdom Car, or was Kingdom Car just like on your radar in some other way? We can pretend to touch some grass when playing the Garden Path. Yeah, I mean that's the whole philosophy. It's the whole reason I made it. Got the code for Garden Path a while ago. Ah, okay, so someone reached out, and then I wanted to try check out some other games. It's very odd. I did back when I used to stream with Fern. I did do a playthrough of Kingdom Car. I don't know if it was really a developer's commentary type thing, but I think I probably talked about. Yeah, I don't know if you don't have to. Maybe it's not that interesting. But if anyone's interested in like I don't know, just some of my thoughts, particularly on like I think particularly in the like game design aspect, like some of the challenges and what I learnt about it, then I hope it's online somewhere. When did Kingdom Car come out? Well, I did. Yeah, you probably were in the UK. I did it as part of my university. It was my final university project. And then I worked on it. A year later, I kind of added a couple more scenes. But it came out February 2018, I believe. So, well, 7 years ago, almost to the day. Crazy. Let me just quickly check And the coolest thing is a VTuber played Kingdom Car, I think in 2019. And of course, a lot about Kingdom Car is like what's real and what's not, and like things trying to convince you they're real and stuff like that. And I just thought it was really cool how like this VTuber was also this kind of like avatar trying to convince you they're sort of this real character playing Kingdom Car. And then I was trying to bring up that as like a case study. I was doing this talk, and I found out this VTuber. Apparently, VTubers don't die. Like when you're done with the character, or you want to stop streaming, you don't. The character doesn't die, but they graduate. And her last ever stream was her burying herself in Minecraft. And like everyone in stream was like, the chat was like all these like farewell messages and stuff. I was just trying to find the old VOD, which only exists on these like old archive sites. I was just learning so much about this like VTuber world. Oh hey, I'm live. Videos live? Oh, I almost subscribed to myself. Oh, Kingdom Car playthrough and developer commentary. Okay, so it is up. I don't know if anyone wants to, I don't know, give that a watch. Yeah, it's a funny little game I've got in my back pocket. But you kind of do weird stuff when you're at uni. That's what it's there for, I suppose. And do your kotatsu? Is that thing that... Oh, yeah. When you say under it, you're not like fully under it, right? Your lower body is under it. Or can you just like... If you want to escape the world, can you like fetal position? Can you like fully just like go underneath the table? Oh, do you know this film, Squirrel? I was talking about it last, Still Walking. Because it just made me think, because I was gushing about it last stream, but I was just thinking how, I don't know, did Japanese people like, since they sit down on the ground a lot, is that good for them, or do they... I'm guessing it gets more and more difficult, but because they all have, you know, they're having dinner as a family, and of course all sitting down on the floor. Yeah, I recommend it if you're into sort of films where not a lot happens, but you know, there's a lot of social dynamics, that kind of thing. I'd recommend it. Sorry to pop in and out of Lurk, having to go back to Lurk. I have no problems at all. Thanks so much for joining in. Lurking is always welcome. Modern days, most people have normal dining tables. Oh, okay, that seems a shame. Yeah, because I think the old man in it sort of has a he's the only one with this kind of back support thing as he's sitting down on the floor. I don't know, it's just something I'd not considered. I'm gonna have a nightmare reorganizing. I'm being really laissez-faire. I need to get a few more Bracken types out as well, actually. Or if I'm gonna take all of these, pop them into Ysort. That's better. Fancier setups have a sunken area. Oh, really? Huh. I can't even imagine that. It's a bit like when people draw, you know how like what are they called? The Easter Island heads, Maui statue. Far Side Galaxy, Far Side Comics. Bear with me. Gary Larson, Maui statue, Gary Larson. Nope, I've made that up. I swear there's like like memes, like old boomer comic where they've like got little legs under the ground. Am I just imagining that? Maybe I imagine that. I've got no idea what I would search. But like you got the head right, and then you draw like little arms and legs, underneath the head, and it's all very funny. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. Where's this tree? Why is that not? Oh, it is. What else do we have? Laurel? What kind of temperature, like, would you get out the kotatsu? Like, is it like any season but summer, or is it sort of just like a winter thing, really? Obviously, you wouldn't do it in the summer, I'm guessing. That'd probably be insane. But you do get those sort of chilly evenings, don't you? Wintertime generally. You seen that guy on YouTube, Tokyo Llama, who he bought, like, there's those old Ikeas, these big old houses that they're practically giving away in the Japanese countryside. I don't know, this guy just has a YouTube channel where he just fixes one up, but I just find it fascinating, just how these houses are built and everything with the seasons in mind and ventilation, and you can take the table off, take the table off, the blanket off, use it as an old table. That makes sense. Those can take a lot of money. I mean, I think the calculation, I remember him he did the whole calculation and he sort of said, the number one thing you have to have in mind is that there's no resale value. Like, if you're doing it, you have to, you're not flipping this old IKEA, you're doing it because you love the building and you love the lifestyle. Because no matter how much you spend to fix it up, nobody's moving in. Just kind of sad, but where did this go? Why is he all the way over here? Japanese houses have zero resale value, but then it's like, you could buy a house in the UK for like $1 million or something, right? I mean, a house that size would be probably 2 or 3 million, or you could spend 10,000 on the house. I think you auction it off, I think, and it's like it's like 5 figures, low 5 figures, and then you spend a similar amount of money, 20 grand, fixing it up. Obviously, cultural differences, everything. You're in a whole new country, but you know, there's calculations to be made. There's pros and cons. I think I've got a line in the script. If I go scenario, where's my injection? Oh no, wrong one. Inject. Yeah, if I get rid of this for now, as long as I remember to. People like newer places because they comply with building regulations for earthquakes. To be fair, this one he bought wasn't that old. It's like built in the 90s or something, and apparently the chap that built it originally like lives down the road or something, and like visits him from time to time. But he's like this old carpenter who's probably too old to build houses. But I think that's unusual. I think it being that old and yeah, they did this whole thing where they get someone to like, you know, they come in with incense or something to purge all of the like, they're not saying there are bad spirits, but there's this belief that there may be, and so it's like part of moving in. I think it was more like he wasn't too invested in that, but I think because his wife's Japanese, I think was more keen. Bless the house. I mean, hey, if it's what you do, you know. Let's drop in some other trees. I think we've got mostly... I'm trying to think what I usually... Definitely drop in some larch. Look at the tutorial. Where are they? Here. Oh, it is just a small zone, really. What is there? There's Scots pine. There's pine. Larch. I think the rest are deciduous. There was a video going around of like, what does Skyrim feel like, or something. I think it was the same guy who did this popular video about where does all the water go, or something, which is fine. And he opens the video going, if there's non-frozen water, then it has to be over 0 degrees, which I don't think is true, right? Like, there's running water in the Arctic, I think. I'm pretty sure. Like, penguins are swimming somewhere, right? At times? Unless I'm crazy. Like, I think water is able to get to sub-zero without freezing. Can water go below 0? Yes, it can. Water stays liquid below if the pressure is higher. It can be below 0 and be running. Yeah. So I just thought that was kind of an odd thing to say. And then he said, most of the trees are evergreen or conifers. And he was like, what the difference between evergreen and conifer is? Who knows? I don't know. Does anyone know? Let me know in the comments. Like, he could have Googled that so easily. Like, that there's evergreen things that aren't conifers, right? I don't know, I just thought that was such a funny thing to say in like this hour-long video. Like, what's an example of something like? Oh, there's conifers that aren't evergreens, like a larch, right? So it goes both ways. Not all are. It's not even an all or nothing. Some conifers are an evergreen, and some evergreens are conifers, but not all the way around. I don't know. Just thought it was a strange. I'm not sure I can take this guy seriously. I think there are scientists who dedicate a lot of time to working that out. What conifers and on water. But it's like, I think it's quite dangerous to boil water in the microwave, I think, because you can bring it up above boiling, and then you take it outside, and then it instantly hits lower, I don't know, something, yeah, when it hits the lower temperature outside or something like that, it like explodes out of the mug. It can happen when you superheat the water. It sounds like maybe they knew, and I know. maybe this is what I'm missing out on. Maybe I just gotta act dumb, and then you guys can maybe when it's quiet in chat, I'll just be like, what is a cat? Aren't cats and dogs the same thing? Have you ever noticed? The dogs. Have you ever seen a dog and a turtle in the same room? Oh, there's some old like internet advice where it's like never, if you've got a question and you can't find the answer, don't ever ask the question. You have to just be wrong about it somewhere. So if you're ever like, can water be below freezing? Like you have that in mind or something. Don't just ask. You have to go online and go, say something just ridiculous like water can be liquid below 0 Kelvin or something, and then people feel the need to correct you. Like that's how you get the response out of people. Everyone pop up to tell you how stupid you are, and then explain. Maybe this is what I'm doing. Maybe I'm falling into his trap. I'm just not doing it in the way he wanted. Maybe the whole video is just comment bait. Damn, I should have realised. You know what are good videos though is those there's that guy who like knows a lot about Super Mario 64. I find these really watchable. I don't know why. There's a really, just if you're into game dev at all, it's really interesting how Mario 64 is programmed and everything. And he's clearly, this guy like clearly lives for Super Mario 64, and I think it just really shows, there's no playing dumb in that. It's just like super knowledgeable about the most niche thing. Like his excitement for the game just really shines through. This is such a statement rock, this one. I feel like I can't just drop it anywhere. Maybe there's okay. I usually use these rocks to sort of just add a little bit of depth to the hills. If I can reach them. Oh, he's in a funnier place. The meme still lives in the back of my mind. When a new Call of Duty came out, they were like, this AI is so advanced that the fish swim away from you. Oh yeah, I do remember that. That was a while ago now, wasn't it? Call of Duty fish AI? No, 11 years ago? I would have bet on like 4. I would have said like 4 years ago. I would have been like, that was a long time ago, 4 years ago. They were talking about fish AI 11 years ago. Do 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 dum 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 dum. That was me doing the Mario Water theme. You missed that? We could probably play it. Maybe not. 36 seconds, this will be it.
Descending.
Oh no, we haven't got any, just big guns. Okay, I don't know who did the edit with the Mario thing, but yeah. That'd be interesting. That chap should do a video on that. Because I think the source code has been fully decompiled for Mario 64, so I think all of its secrets are out. That's everyone's homework for after the stream. This is looking pretty good. Trying to think if these are still... still where I want them to be. Yeah. If I just move... The player shouldn't be going out of bounds, I don't think. Let's run up that road, run up that hill. Make a deal with God. Later, Augustus. Cute. And then the character will spawn here, I think. Here-ish. Gotta work band practice tomorrow. Oh, you should sleep. It's gotta be... You started and it was 2:30. Thanks for tuning in, Tom. I was gonna wrap up soonish anyway, so... no worries. Been good to have you. Hope band practice goes well. Yeah, you bet. Seeing how it looks with the chamomile. I've always thought the white flowers just kind of help decorate the area. I might need to do like some script that tells them to bloom. Oh, I was going to run over here. Just quickly check the tent's happy. Give player 1 portal tent rangers. I wonder what it's colliding with there. Something like that. Oh, it'd be nice to... Oh, it'd be cool to drop a river in somewhere. Hadn't thought of that. That would be nice to do, like a water. I could talk about all the different rivers as well. Yeah, we could do like There might be a good way of dividing up the space as well. If I put that there, will it appear in the right place? I'm thinking it probably won't. Is it in the injection layer? Ooh, so many nodes. Let's try it there. What I usually do is I take, just because there are so many nodes, I convert the scene tree into plain text. Yeah, it's not worked. That's okay. I just need more instructions. I'm wondering if there's somewhere else I could put it. The game has waterfalls. I've never. Oh, would it be a good, or it used to? Waterfall? Maybe it'd be cool to. Oh yeah, I haven't updated this in ages. That doesn't look good. Phase A. Are these GPU or CPU? CPU. Oh, what's this? Okay. So I think this is meant to be phase 3 then. I might need to go back to an old blog post or something where I documented the waterfall. I'm trying to remember what I did. I think this top one is like the water hitting the point where it goes over. Then this was meant to be the flowing water. But I ideally need to convert these to. The game used to use the mobile renderer. Yeah, I'll come back to this. I mean, maybe we could do it. Process material. There it goes. So that should look similar. I remember being that, yeah, the point at which it hits the bank. Would it be called the bank? I'm not sure. And then I think phase 3 in my head was, maybe it wasn't. I vaguely recall having the water actually bouncing off. Oh, sorry. Was that not this? What was this? Maybe I should just do it from scratch some other time. But then I could do a waterfall. Something to think about anyway. Like water A, no. Water B, we just tried. C is the big. Yeah, we don't want that. F. Can't use that. G. Maybe. Because it would have to cross. Oh no, am I thinking about this wrong? Maybe I am actually. Maybe it would be water B. And then the water comes here, and then, yeah, and then like the waterfall could be here or something. It's not, doesn't quite line up. What if I do two of them? A bit less hard to join. Bit harder to join even. Bit. Unless I just do it purely aesthetically and put it like over here. Just trying to think if you would see that. Let's have a look. Well, I wasn't sure if today would be a full... Yeah, it doesn't quite show up. Oh no, hang on, I didn't put it on the right layer. I wasn't sure if today would be a full world building stream, but definitely... This is why we had Megan on ultimately to... Oh no, how long have I had that fish AI? Was it recently? I feel like I literally just looked and it was okay, so I think I'm okay. But yeah, we had Megan on to like drag in all the bracken and whatnot. Less than a minute. Victoria's on the pulse. I need like a noise that starts going. It's got to like detect I'm working in a different application, but I've still got it non-minimized. Don't know. Yeah, I think tomorrow I'm going to try and submit the switch patch. It's my objective anyway. Provided I don't wake up and there's not bedlam in the Discord, then we should be okay to sync everything up between PC and Switch. Yeah, it's a little bit too far away. Might be a pipe dream. This zone is quite nice though. I think this is getting there. Maybe needs one or two other flora species. Could do like a myrtle. Holly maybe. I feel like there's another... Forgetting about... Let me just quickly reference... yeah, there's so many I'm forgetting about. I just haven't done this in so long. The fog grass looks good. I can copy that in. Dock leaves. Oh, bramble, of course. I could add some mint. Clovers, typically. The fog grass. Foxtails are good because they had a little bit of verticality and colour. But yeah. Probably be back to an art stream on Tuesday. Hopefully I'll stream on Tuesday. I always thought the purple stuff looks good with the pine trees as well. Oh, and I didn't even add a different tree type. So we could add like larch. Maybe I'll have these sort of in the distance. Young Larch? Trying to remember what they look like. Oh yeah. Again, probably over here, I think. But yeah, no, I think the scenario feature is shaping up actually. It's pretty much I've not hit any kind of weird speed bumps. It's been fairly progressing day to day, so I'm hoping. I mean, it won't be in the game for some months, I think, but I'm hoping to like have it ready to test. Oh, when is March? Oh, this Saturday. So in my head, I was like, maybe I could get it done before March, but that was probably a pipe dream. Okay, I'm probably going to leave it there. How are we doing? Almost 2 hours, not too bad. Painting on Saturday. Painting on Sunday. I think it's the ceiling on Saturday and then the rest of the room on Sunday. Maybe I'll be in the new room. I can poke around. Might be a bit. Might be be in a bit of a state, but better than streaming in my bedroom every day or every stream. All right, guys. Yeah. I don't know who's still here, but if you're not following me, feel free. Or if you're watching on the VOD, at From Carrot Cake. Oh yeah, I totally should. Oh, let's learn about that. I said to if Julie's not had enough of me. Raid. And so if I do this right, it's gonna do it when I go offline. So I type the raid now and then it buffers it. Is that right? Takes us there automatically. Cool. Actually, no. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do it. If it does it, or if it just does it like, it takes around 10 seconds. Raid. I'm gonna do it. If everything goes haywire. Raid has been created. Ready to raid. Oh, all right. See you guys in a bit. I think. Stay cool, stay kind. Bye-bye.